Hello and welcome to the last DVD of my set, Hapkido Blend. On this DVD, I'm going to cover what we call our black belt form. And I'm the first one to admit, and I want to tell you that in traditional Hapkido, there's no set patterns or no forms. The reason why I teach that because there's some value into the idea of forms and practicing by yourself. And but what we've done here in the black belt form, I wanted to do a one set pattern of footwork and demonstrate it with different weapons, and also introduce you to the student creed form. So I want to tell you a little bit about each one. The black belt form, like I said, is the idea of water principle, which is a non-resistance, which is one of the two characteristics of traditional Hapkido. Water principle being you can put the water in any kind of container and it will take the shape of that container. So my whole understanding and my whole purpose of doing the black belt form is for students to realize they're not bound by necessarily set patterns. Just like I truly believe freedom is only really appreciated by someone who didn't have freedom. All right? So sometimes we take, what do they say about the fish? The fish takes for granted more than anything is the water, right? So, but by understanding the set patterns, you'll be able to break out of them. But if you've never done set patterns, it'd be very difficult to break out of them and not have patterns. All right? So the whole idea of the black belt form is that you can adjust yourself to any kind of shape or any kind of form when done with any kind of weapons. So we demonstrate it with the cane form, we do it with the single nunchuck, we do it with the double nunchuck, we do it with a sword, we do it open hand, and many, many, many different ways. Again, we're not bound by the box, we're not bound by the routine, but we break out of it at the same time. The concept of the student creed form, especially done in different languages, is my tribute to Grandmaster Junri for creating the student creed, which is to build true confidence through knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, and strength in the body, to keep friendship with one another and to build a strong and happy community, never fight to achieve selfish ends, but to develop might for right. My understanding was we are a martial artist. We express ourselves with our bodies, and I wanted to express myself physically through those words at the same time. So I will introduce you to that. So it's not so much the moves we're after, but we're after the experience that it offers. So my thought for this DVD for you would be, don't be for or against anyone or anything or any concept. Be totally, truly neutral. Don't love too much. Don't hate too much. Don't love and do it. But truly try to be neutral to things so you're not so much against things and you're not so much for them. Learn how to control things by going along with them, which is, again, that's a concept of non-resistance. All right, so have fun with these forms. You can, I've met Taekwondo styles who have beautiful, Taekwondo forms, and I ask them, well, can you do the same form for me with the staff? And they're like, well, no, that's not how it's done. And I will take the staff, and I show them. And I don't know the Taekwondo forms, but I can demonstrate all of them with a staff for you. And I can almost convince people that some of the moves that traditionally were really done because they were weapons first, because I truly believe that self-defense, or the whole idea of the martial arts started with weapons first. To me, martial arts is a way of communication and communicating with each other. Before human beings learned to talk, they hit each other first. So the whole idea of the weapons came first because I took a rock and I hit you with a rock that obviously did more damage. Then somebody got smarter and said, wait a minute, I can hit you with a stick because if I hit you with a stick, you can't hit me back. Then somebody got smarter, then the whole evolution of weapons started getting by distance, so they started using a staff, which was a little longer. Then somebody said, no, I can go away even further and then throw it at you. And they came up with the whole idea of the sharp edges. And now to this stage, you can just be somewhere else and push a button and do damage somewhere else. So the whole idea of the evolution of weapons came from distance. So again, keep an open mind, play to win. That is by far my biggest recommendation for you guys who are watching the DVD series or anything you do. Learn how to play to win. And like anything else, if you have any questions, anything that I can do for you, look at the end of the DVDs. There's my contact information. And get in touch with me. And if there's any particular thing you need to know, I will get back to you. So with that thought, happy training.